What do you think of when you think about an animated film? Perhaps you think about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, or maybe you think of Toy Story. While these movies are known for their history-making place in being the first of their kinds, the first animated feature film was actually called El Apostol and was released in 1917. It was 70 minutes long with a film rate of 14 frames per second. Unfortunately, the film was lost to a fire in 1926. Behind every animated film, there is an abundance of fun facts to uncover. Let's learn a few of them now. Have you ever wondered why some cartoon characters only have 4 fingers? It's because it costs millions of dollars less to animate 4 fingers rather than 5. It's simpler to draw them this way as well, and saves companies time, which in turn saves them money. Sometimes it also depends upon the style of the art. Some characters work better with 4 fingers rather than 5. Mickey Mouse, for example, would not have worked with 5 fingers. Walt Disney himself explained, using 5 fingers would have made Mickey's hands look like a bunch of bananas. Did you know that Walt Disney didn't like the character of Goofy? The only reason Goofy was kept around was to provide work to animators. Walt saw Goofy's antics as a step backward for his animation studio. He thought that the projects produced with Goofy were stupid cartoons with gags tied together. Do you know what the name of the Pixar lamp is? Its name is Luxo Jr., named after the animated short produced by Pixar in 1986. Speaking of Pixar, did you know that Sully from Monsters, Inc. has more than 2.3 million individual hairs? It took 12 hours to render a single frame because of this. When a cartoon character pulls something out of thin air, this movement has a name. It's called hammer space. Optimus Prime and Eeyore were voiced by the same person, Peter Cullen. Before casting Robin Williams for the role of the genie in Aladdin, animator Eric Goldberg created a sample of the genie using Williams' stand-up as the audio track. Williams loved it. The show Ed, Edd n Eddy was created on a dare. The show's creator was formerly an adult cartoonist and was challenged to try something new for children. So, while designing a commercial, cartoonist Danny Antonucci came up with the idea for the 3 Eds. Disney's Treasure Planet is the most expensive 2D film ever made, costing $140 million to produce, while Tangled is the most expensive 3D film ever made at $260 million. Donald Duck has a middle name. It's Fauntleroy. Donald's middle name comes from the beginning of the 1942 animated short titled Donald Gets Drafted. The assumption is that the name Fauntleroy comes from his sailor's hat, which is an accessory for Little Lord Fauntleroy suits. Did you know that Donkey from Shrek was actually modeled after a real donkey? The real-life counterpart's name is Perry, and he lives in Palo Alto, California. Originally, Superman didn't fly. The phrase was able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. The animators thought it would be better for Superman to fly and asked for permission to grant him a new power. SpongeBob SquarePants was originally called SpongeBoy Ahoy, but the name was already trademarked. They had to change his name to SpongeBob SquarePants because of a filed copyright for the original name. The SpongeBoy mop does not exist despite having a copyright. Did you know that each Dalmatian in 101 Dalmatians has 32 spots? That's a total of 3,232 spots. The Addams Family appeared in The New Yorker as a comic before they were brought to television. Did you know that the minions in Despicable Me speak a language called Mignonese, which is actually a mix of several different languages? You can hear them speak English, French, Spanish, Italian, and Japanese. Know another animation fun fact? Leave a comment and follow for more daily videos.